girldm, start!
Okay. Okay, good. You can hear me. Yay! I made it. I missed headpads? Yeah, and they were even 15 minutes late. Okay. I had a heck of a morning already. How are my muscles feeling today? I'm tired. Also, what the heck? Hobo, did you give 20 memberships on YouTube while I wasn't even live? That is truly heinous. That is a crime. Toyered? I'm a little bit I'll explain in a minute. First, I need to get my gauntlets. Where did they go? I'll have to get my stuff on and then show slash. Oh, you know. Oh wait, no, I made my post on Blue Sky. Heck, Twitter. It was down this morning, anyways. If I put a link in any of my posts, it get no reach. Heck, Twitter. Forget about Twitter. We hate Twitter. You weren't here on time, so Hobo reverted back to the ancient methods of appeasement. You're correct. Okay. You know what? You know what? Monetary sacrifices. That sounds like a good idea, actually.
50 of infinity.
Make your Twitter post a screenshot of your Blue Sky. You're so real for that. I'll do that. Oh, I'm gonna do that right meow, actually. Thanks. I forgot how bright.
Girldom not SPED, girldom not SPED.
I forgot how bright the studio lights are for cooking streams. Yeah, so what I had to do, I'll show you when I have the book open. So 2 parts of this recipe have things that take 2 hours to cook. So, on top of getting all the stream stuff prepped, I had to also prep everything else. And then I also realized...
Welcome
Hello.
to DMs. What can I get CHA? Today's special is the Archon burger. We also have Manfilia milkshakes and thankard as dessert. Welcome to DMs.
Oh, you can't hear the notifications. Why can't you hear the notifications? Wait a minute. Okay, so if that gets me... Man. We heard it? Okay, OBS is lying to me again. That's what happened then. Okay. From scratch, you say? There better be cow murder? I already did. I murdered. I committed murder. And I'm using Blue Sky's new feature that you can actually set that you're live, and people can click on your profile and it'll send you there. So that's neat. So if I sound tired, It's because I am. Because I'm sore from the workout yesterday, and then I was up early putting together all the stuff. And if I suddenly lose tracking, it's because I've walked away from the tracking cam. Also, Whiskey has been, like, he's been a little sassy today. So I guess you already made the dark rye bun then. Not yet. Not yet. So what I did, because I wanted to make sure there was at least something to share on stream, because I was looking through this, I was like, uh-oh, this might be a little bit boring, because I already did some stuff. But I will show you what I have so far. The things that I had to make is the Last Stand dark rye buns, which are the buns for the burgers.
Alas,
to
'tis the
rest.
first cooking strem of the season, nay the year, may it be glorious and full of burger.
Oh, it does. Okay, I see the notification. Thank you. Yeah, so I have to, I had to make the tongjong, and I had to activate the yeast, and do the initial kneading of the dough so that it can rest for an hour or until it doubles in size. So that is currently where we are at for the dark rye buns. They still have more to do. They have a 30 to 60 minute rest still after we punch them down, because that's the thing about making bread is that you gotta build up the bread and then you gotta punch it down, you know? Seems you can only set it on mobile? What? No, I just set it on my desktop, Matteo. You just go to your profile and you hit the 3 little dots, and then there's an option with the thing. So yeah, so I have to, we have, probably another 20 to 30 minutes left on the dark rye dough before I have to, it has to punch down and prepare a baking sheet. So that'll probably be the first thing to do, because I'll have to make it into 6 portions and then put those on the baking sheet. So you got some double workout today? Well, no, I worked out yesterday and then I was working out today. So what I was doing was I was like, oh, I have a KitchenAid mixer. It has a dough hook. I'll simply just knead the dough with the KitchenAid mixer. And then the KitchenAid mixer was like, actually, I don't feel like doing that today. So I had to manually knead the dough, as is the traditional way of making bread. So that was a 5-minute kneading session where I had to knead 4 tablespoons of softened butter into it. Couldn't get Whiskey to do it. No, he's an evening shift worker. He can't work mornings. Actually, not working, is it? No, it's just old. My KitchenAid, I think we dated it last year. It's like either 1960s or 1970s or something. I feel like you need a lot of dough for that kneading handle to work. I feel like it needs to be more springy dough. That's an old mixer. Yeah, it was my grandmother's. I inherited it. It still works, so I will continue to use it until it no longer works. But yeah, so unfortunately, the dough is mostly done. And then for the Archon burger, I have, I think I have pickle spears. I don't think I have pickle slices. For the Archon burger, I have to make, the onion jam is the thing that takes a really long time, because I have to make caramelized onions. So that was the other thing I had to start. Like the thumbnail? Thank you! Yeah, I like that artist. I commissioned them twice 3 times? 3 times on Scam. Missed out on the onion content? Yeah, I had to chop up the onion and prep it already because it's the onion jam is caramelized onions and then you add brown sugar and balsamic. So to caramelize onions, it takes a good chunk of time. So yeah, had to start with that as well. I'll show you how far I am along with it, but the trouble is that means that pretty much like the major cooking stuff is like more or less done. It's only really the bread, and the bread is a whole bunch of waiting in between. So I'm like standing here being like, uh-oh, standing emoji. And here's one I prepared earlier. Not early enough. Like, the onions have been onioning. I think onion shrinkage is worse than spinach, by the way. We can open a booster pack / JK. I don't have anything to open. Imagine you finish building that book nook during that time. Spinach is pretty brutal. Oh, no, bacon? This is worse than spinach. You can pet whiskey.
GM_DM. Have good stream 'em.
Thank you. Open an onion, make a bet on how many layers it will have. Got word of an upcoming Chinese open world RPG based on Lord of the Mysteries. Oh, I do have that novel. Guys, I'm not gonna just chop up an onion. That's a bad idea. My eyes don't do so good with the onion. Have you read it? I've heard it's good. I've read a little bit of it. If you don't have any onions, ogres will suffice, because ogres are like onions. That is correct.
Bites your burger.
Good yap about a new manhwa you found. I did find a new manhwa. It's called Miss Pendleton. What if you had fries so you can cook something while the bread proofs? I have frozen fries, so those only need like 15 to 20 minutes to cook. What's it about? The onion is too sad to execute. Get a sharper knife to make the executions clear. I can show you my new knife collection. And then probably reflection dox myself because, like, I was telling Tim, I was like, Tim, these are a little too shiny. New knife collection? Yeah. New knife collection. I don't remember which button I have for what. I think I manually have to do this. VTuber knives need anti-reflection. They do. I did tell Tim this. Just wrap it in stickers. Good. Bah. Bah, 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 bah. Okay. So okay. So Tim, if DM's upside down today. Oh. Hang on. Ah. Transform. 180. Haha. There you go. It's like you're facing us. Well, I am facing you currently. So, let's see. I also have a really big cutting board that he gave me, but I don't want to. It's got stuff on it right now, so I don't want to move it. That's not how his name is spelled. And also, interesting first time chat. Do these knives have magnets? No, the holder does for them. So this is one of the fancy. Does it have the logo on this one? No, it doesn't. So that's the fancy paring knife. That's one of the fancy Vite ones. The handle's cool, right? Vite kitchens, yeah. What's the handle made of? It's resin. And then there's the big guy, which this one's neat because it looks kind of like cyberpunky. Comfy in the hand. I mean, my hands are, as you can see from my massive meaty man mitts. Is the blade steel or carbon fiber? Steel. Steel. What do you mean carbon fiber? So yeah, that's the other Vite kitchen one. I think this is a santoku. I might be wrong. Most of the time I use like my style of knife, which is a nakiri because it's a vegetable one. You aren't supposed to touch carbon fiber yet, let alone use it as a knife. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Those grips look fancy. Yeah. So they've got like, they got sparkles in them. But they're really reflective, like right there and there. So I'm just like, you guys want to see me in utter like gremlin mode? And then this is, where'd you get that knife? It's from Vite Ramen. This is the KFP one, the Kiara knife. And the Kiara knife goes with her shield. So that's the cutting board. It's modified santoku because it's got more belly and different shape than a proper santoku. Ah. Yeah, so that's the cool Kiara shield. And then I have the magnet stand for it. What's this part of the blade for? Looking cool. Do the notches serve a purpose like measuring? No. She's a phoenix, so it's supposed to look like a feather. You can open cans and beer. Maybe. Home defense against ninjas, yeah. But I like the cutting board a lot. It's really cool. Kumo Cutie, if you open a ticket, I can bother him because I'm bothering him about somebody else too. Where did I put my knife? Uh-oh. Oh, it's in the sink and it's gross and dirty, but I can show you my unwashed, gross and dirty personal knife that's from Vite. Here's the girldm knife. You can see it's got the cat-shaped cutout, and then the handle's a bit smaller, so it fits in my hand better. This is a nakiri, so it's not. It looks like it's it looks like a fancy chopping knife, but it's not for like meat. It's not like a butcher knife. It's a nakiri, so it's for cutting vegetables. Yeah, and it's got the hearts on it. Usually called a vegetable cleaver. Yeah. So not for bone, it's for veg. It's really good for veg. That's why it's in my sink, because I was using it to chop stuff up. Oh, he also gave me... This is the other one that's part of the... That one has the logo on the bottom, but that's just the thing that keeps the blade lined up. And then this is the one I usually use. This one's ceramic. So this one is actually better for like standard Japanese knives. Because they're folded Japanese steel, so they're little delicate babies. And so I use the ceramic one instead. Even those have fancy grips. This one has, yeah. Look at my fancy knives. They're really sharp. You can use them for great destruction. Oh, and I'll show you part of why stream was delayed. And I know I'm not moving on the screen. It's because I walked over to the stovetop, because on the stovetop, we have the onions that are in the process of being caramelized. So I have to wait until these turn a dark brown, which will take a bit of time. So they're getting there. And when I was talking about the shrinkage, this pot was filled to the top. It was filled to the complete top of it with onion. Caramelizing onions takes forever. Yes. It was full. Yes, the pot was full. Why do recipes lie about caramelizing onions? Because some of them just have you cheat a little bit by sauteing the onions and then adding sauce to it to make them look like they are. It's full, yeah. Normal onions get really, really small. Yeah, they're worse than spinach. It's worse than spinach. Here. I'll show you the... Even though I know this is not a good sharpness test, I just like it anyways. Make sure that the... Yeah, so very sharp, but a sharp knife is a safe knife, so... Paper is not a good sharpness test? No, it's just like... People worry that this can damage the blade as well, but you can see that the paring knife is also really, really sharp. See how nice the edge of that is? Gotta find you a tomato? I do have a tomato. Should I just slice my tomato really, really thin? Bread? I don't have bread. I don't have bread. Oh, and then I do also have the the other stuff that, well, this is like kind of close to getting pretty much when the onions are good to go. Maybe I should move here. I'll move this over here so that when people are like, oh, you're not cooking anything, then I can be like, it's rising. It's so weird. People think paper will damage the knife edge. No, I'm saying that it's not a good example of sharpness for your knife because, like, a serrated knife can pretend like it's winning. The quote, a sharp knife is a safe one, is kind of a misnomer because people will be more careful with a sharp one since it's easier to hurt yourself with one. Go look up butter knife injuries. So yes, you're safer with a sharp knife, but also if you don't have your knife being sharp enough, the odds of the item getting... When you're using a blunt knife, you're using way more force between, like, for your hit, okay? You have to put a lot more force into a blunt knife. So if you slip, so you can look up injuries. I don't recommend this if you have a weak stomach. You can look up injuries of people who have tried to cut watermelon with a butter knife. Yeah, dull knives also slip from food, so you have a more likely chance of hitting your hand because your hand is a lot safer, well, a lot softer. Soft. You guys have little soft baby hands. The real problem is then even with a fully dull blade, if the geometry is correct, you can still cut food. Yeah, and you'll cut your hand because your hand will be softer than what you're trying to cut if it's slipping off of it. What is the argument here? That a sharp knife is a safe knife is a misnomer. Other than your own, what tuber flavor have you loved? Unfortunately, the only other tuber flavor that I'm able to eat so far is Geary's because a bunch of the other ones are all meat-based. Poked in with a fingernail and getting punched full force. Technically, one's more pointy, but there's a lot more force behind the other. Yeah, the amount of force that goes behind the blunt knife is an issue. It's normal, right? What, Hanta? There's no rice. There's no rice today. We are not doing okay. All right. I know that Final Fantasy 14 has Fantasy Japan. Today we are not. No. America burger. McDonald's. Well, I feel like my camera is more zoomed in than it normally is. I have a scar on my hand from a butter knife from when I was a kid. That was almost 30 years ago. I still remember it vividly. Oh, is this the second edition? Yes, this is the second edition Final Fantasy 14 Cookbook. Can you even grab that properly? Yeah. Yeah. I can grab that. See? Hold gentle like burger. Just because you got tiny little hands doesn't mean that I can't grasp it firmly with my massive meaty man mitts. That burger looks amazing. Thanks, Octopimp. I mean, look at my burger. Oh, it's a picture. I take offense at the idea that Charlia is Fantasy America. What? No, Delta. My headcanon is that the burger idea came from what's his name, Bahatia. So we have Koana. Yeah. This is the other thing I'm making, which is currently rising in here, but it's not really like rising that much. So I'm just like, been meaning to make this, has been lazy about it. Yeah, this is a 3-hour recipe for the dark rye buns, and then it's 3 hours for the burger as well. But because I finished putting this to rest here, like, the only thing I'm concerned about is that maybe I shared video on the topic in the Discord. Watch if you, I mean, chat want to. 3 hours, heard of Smash Burgers? No, I'm Gold Teddy. I have to make the bread. I have to make the bread. The bread take a while. A wheel. I'm making it from scratch. I'm making the buns. So I'm just concerned, like, I have the worst luck with making bread. Like, every time I make bread, and it's not with a bread machine, I'm like, this should be fine. And then I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should slice this tomato really small. Okay, checking in on the onions again. They're getting close. They're getting close with the coloring. They're getting there. Because the onion jam can just sit off to the side whenever it wants. But everything else has to be like done sequentially. I didn't even finish drinking my coffee. Either mess up the kneading or the proofing when I do bread. Hopefully the next batch I can do both. Yeah, like I might have messed up the kneading because I had it trying to use the dough hook for a little bit, but I think it should have been okay. Like when I'm kneading the bread, there's so many different bread textures, so I was like, is this dough too dense? Like kneading it takes a bit of tech. I know how to knead bread. Like I've done it before. Oh, the coffee? Yeah, I've got fancy 0 sugar plant-based flash brew. Ferociously delicious. I got bear coffee. Sea salt coffee? Hazelnut sea salt. Not beer. Not beer. Bear. It's coffee. It's not beer. Bear beer. No. I've been good recently. Let me show you the heinous thing that I bought. Non-alcoholic Corona. And I'm sure there's some people that are going to be like, why? Non-alcoholic Corona. The reason I have the non-alcoholic Corona is because I have good taste, but I also don't have good taste. And sometimes I just want the taste of cheap beer. But it's also a lot lower calorie because I've been trying to, well, I've been doing my fitness rah, yeah, rah. You can't, there's no muscle there that you can see. I drink IPAs. I don't judge other people's beers. See, King Ziff, I can respect you. Weird place to flex muscles. Yeah, like standing in front of my kitchen table, definitely. Although non-alcoholic beer is so low calorie, it's so good. Yeah, like sometimes I just want a taste of beer, but without the calories. How's the flavor of Corona? Um, tastes like vague memories of bad decisions. Do you have a lime to go with it? No. I'll drink it room temperature too. Correct answer. I don't drink alcohol, but I remember not liking beer at all. Beer, I like beer, but it's definitely an acquired taste. The first couple beers I had, I hated them. There's also some beers that are deceptively bitter, and if those are the first ones you have, you kind of get screwed over, which is understandable. But then you start growing to like it, you know? This is the other fancy thing I got the other day. Brandy umeshu. I've never had brandy. Is it good? Brandy is distilled wine. It tends to be a little bit on like the sweet side, but it's still kind of deceptively strong, I find. I like brandy. I'm more partial to hard ciders. Yeah, I like ciders, but sometimes they make my tummy upset. First beer I had was a stout. It was a bad decision. A stout is a loaf of bread in a cup. Any particular brand of brandy? Not really. I like beer for cooking. In fact, I only use alcohol when cooking, otherwise I'm dry as a desert. Nice. I sometimes drink while cooking. If there's a recipe that's like, use red wine, I'm like, I'm having red wine. It is my belief that any cooking liquor should also be drinkable. I thought brandy was a lot like whiskey. I find it to be a little bit sweeter than whiskey. Brandy's not sweet. Okay, you're talking to somebody that doesn't generally drink chasers after taking shots. So my taste buds may be a little strange. What's a chaser? Well, a lot of people, for some reason, don't actually like the flavor of the hard liquors that they're taking shots of. And so they have to have another drink afterwards to help chase away that taste. So, like, people do a shot of tequila and need another drink right afterwards. Brandy is sweet compared to its ABV. Yeah, like maybe it depends. Yeah, there's a lot of different types of brandies too. Chasers exist because vodka exists. I don't mind drinking vodka. That's like I can do shots of moonshine and I don't need a chaser. Like I don't know what's up with that. Like there's been a couple of things that I've done shots of and they smelled like a hospital room and I was still like, okay, bottoms up. Like what's that infamously like disgusting in like North America, like slightly more east side of the states, I think. There's some infamous Malort. Yes, I want to try Malort. Thoughts on Everclear? I'm fine with it. It's one of the few ones that I can like feel it going all the way down my esophagus and going into my stomach. Like the Everclear, there's a couple of them that the if the percentage is high enough when you do the shot, you can feel it going all the way down. And that's Everclear. Jaeger is my least favorite. I like Jaeger. Jaeger is medicine. Malort? What? How are you supposed to say it? Catan? You can take mine? Yippee! Jaeger definitely doesn't require a chaser. Okay, if you need a chaser after Jaeger, that just means you hate black licorice, and that's a you problem. Here, I have a nice beefsteak tomato, so I'm going to test out how sharp my knives are. Once the bread starts going, we'll be ready for a good time. But unfortunately, like it's the waiting time. Baking requires a lot of waiting. Hating black licorice is not a problem. It's a self-defense mechanism. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I want to try non-alcoholic tequila. Oh, I have non-alcoholic tequila sunrises in my fridge right now, my drink fridge. Ooh. Yeah, see, that's pretty sharp. I've had mezcal multiple times. I haven't had pisco yet. Tomato paper. It's just orange juice and grenadine, right? No, no, it has like fake tequila flavoring in it too. That's pretty transparent. Okay. So that's with the yum. That's with the Chiara knife. My knives, unfortunately, are not as sharp as they are fresh out of the box because I use my knives regularly. Paring knife is going to be probably a little bit harder just because it's so small compared to the tomato slice that I'm slicing. Yeah, it started off pretty transparent. Oh, I mean, like, I cut way too thick at the end there. Malort. Pretty firm tomato. It's firmer than I'd like. I unfortunately relied on the strength of. I am also drying these. Where are my tomatoes transparent? Very thin. Why do you cut this orange so thin? It's not an orange. Tomato. Tell me this is going to turn out better than Archon Love. We'll find out. I don't know if my bread is rising. It's hard to get the angle right. I'm cutting too thick on one side. It's like a radish. Yeah. I didn't hear, is the edgy Vite knife also based on someone like Chiara? No, that's the Vite knife. This is Tim. This one's based on Tim, the creator and owner of Vite Ramen. Tim really likes cyberpunk stuff. Mmm. Yummy. Man, I love tomato. I can just eat a whole tomato like it's an apple. Yeah, the reason why I'm unsheathing them is just so that I can keep the blades sharp and safe the whole time. So keep them protect. I'll cut I'll cut more tomato later for the thing. For now, this will be. This will be. Okay. Now, you know what would be good on the tomato? I have maple chili salt. Okay. Cover and let rest for 1 hour or until it has doubled in size. I don't think it's going to... That sounds amazing. Yeah, I have... Oh, not chili. Sorry. It does have garlic and onion in it, but not chili. I could add chili to it. Yeah, but it's maple smoked salt. It's in a little baggie. Learned if you refrigerate your tomatoes, it actively destroys the flavor molecules that make the tomato taste good. Oh. Yeah, I have fancy salts. I also have a fiery sea salt, which is with ghost pepper. And I have black truffle salt. I have a bunch of different salt. Okay, let's see. This has been an hour. Never tried smoked salts before? Oh, you know, I recommend, if you want to start trying it, this stuff, it looks so bougie. Because it's the really big, fancy crystals. And it's not that expensive. I think this box is like $8. So it's got the big salt crystals and everything. Flaky salt. Yeah. It smells nice. I like smoke. I love the scent of carcinogens. Oh, I think the onions, you know, they're right about at the cook time. It might be ready for them to be done. I'll let them sit here for like a little bit longer, and then I'll show you guys, and you guys can tell me if you think that the onions are ready. Yeah, it doesn't look like it doubled at all. It just feels dense. My bread might be dead again. Was your yeast dead? No, it was brand new. Maybe it's cold? It might be. Would you like this though? Or what was the temperature? Room. Like, according to my thing, it's 24 Celsius here. Yeast works best in human body temp. It's not ready to punch. That should be enough. Yeah, it feels pretty cold though. It should be good. I don't know. My bread might suck. Did you accidentally use cold water? No. I used 100-degree Celsius milk, and I bloomed the yeast for 5 minutes. Looks like the yeast didn't proof. It says it's 27 degrees. Oh, I killed the yeast. In my rush this morning, I murdered it. I misread the F and the C. 07 yeast. Aw, poo. Wait, then how hot did I make it? Oh yeah, that stuff got murdered. Well, dodges the Archon loaf. How am I supposed to make flatbread time? Dang it. Did I mention I'm dyslexic and it's worse in the morning? Time to make a new batch. This one can become pitas. Yeah, but I don't think I have time. I don't think I have time. Can it still be used? It can be super flat. You have as much time as you wish to stream for? No, I do not. Time for lettuce wraps? I'm mad. Because it would take like a bajillion years. They're quick rise yeasts, I think. Do you have any of those? Oh, do I have? I think I only have bread machine yeast. Is bread machine yeast quick dry? Quick rise? No, this is just regular active dry yeast. Darn it. And I have nutritional yeast, but that won't help anybody. Do I have? I thought that I had fast yeast. Actually. I have to delve into the cabinetry to see if I have. I have vanilla coca. That's not right. What a messed up day. In my rush to try to get everything nicely prepped this morning, I misread it like an idiot. Darn it. Okay. Changing the name of the burger. It's no longer Archon Burger, it's Idiot Burger. You could possibly use more yeast and less time for the bulk/proof rise time, but it would probably only cut the time in half. You'd also need to keep the dough in a much warmer place to proof faster, like 32C. I don't have 32C. Can you get the buns delivered as a replacement if need be? But I wanted to make it from the recipe book. Your oven might have a setting for it. For bread proofing, no. My oven is a very stupid oven. The temperature is not even right. What if you need baking powder into the dough to act as a leavener? I don't know if that would even help. Like, because like this requires you to make tongjo, so I already made the tongjo and it's been mixed into this already. I think, yeah, it's too late for that. Wamp wamp. Gluten looks so stretchy, that would have been great bread. Yeah. But if yeah, even like wasted time kneading it this morning. Your yeast got foamy before adding it. You can set your dough by the vent far enough. Nah, it didn't get foamy. Like that yeast, like that was murdered yeast. That's what happened. Will it turn into something else? No, it's just not. Yeah. It's just completely dead. And I can't even do a lettuce wrap for the burger because I have salad lettuce instead of a head of lettuce. Because it's already... by the time I made a new one of these, it would take 3 hours. And I do not have 3 hours today. Like I have a strict cutoff time today. That's why, like, I was like, okay, cooking stream. It goes like for this amount of time, but I blame torture class for EPDM. Nah, I just had too many things going at once when I was prepping because I knew that I would have to have stuff that started really early. Have you cooked anything else besides the onions? No. Try taking a bit of the dough, rolling it out, and frying it in a pan, see if it's tasty. So what do we do now? Cry. Depression. Implode. Think back onto every single time that you tried to do something and messed up. My burger buns. I don't even think it's possible to make like a one-person serving of buns. It's fine. They'll just be flat. They'll be extremely dense. The yeast is dead. Don't you have a tortilla press? You could totally turn these into wheat tortillas. I have a tortilla press, yes. What the dough doing? Ben, I messed up. I killed the yeast. And to remake this, it would take 3 hours. I messed up. Time to delay cooking stream out another 3 hours. Corpse, I said I don't have time today. I literally do not have evening time today. I cannot stream more. Proofing fresh yeast in warm water / sugar and kneading it into the dough, adding extra flour is needed. Well, we can try. Oh. We can try that. And then I'll turn on yeah, my oven doesn't have a keep warm mode. That's the thing. And the light for it is not very strong or bright. Like me this morning, killing my yeast. Yeah, it only has a bake mode. And the lowest temp it goes down to is 170. I guess we'll do that then. Okay, 100 degrees Fahrenheit. You have a space heater? No. Stupid bread. Hate bread. Actually, everyone's banned from bread. I gift you all celiac. Joke's on you, I already have it. I'm already sensitive to gluten. I don't need celiac. Well, too bad. That's too hot. Not as bad as losing access to red meat. I sentence you to Lone Star Tick Bite. Let's see if I put this into a different vessel because it was a 2/3. 2/3 cup. So I'll just wash out this one. And maybe by the time I'm done washing out this one, it'll be fixed. Man, I haven't got the fancy rye flour for it. I think that companies that write the instructions on the yeast should, for my sake, have it be completely separate and say with a bolded header that says in Celsius and in Fahrenheit so that I'm not a dum-dum and mess it up. How you been? Terrible. No good, very bad. Garbage. Okay, that's cool. That was exactly 2/3 cup of water. She's beating herself up over an oopsie. Yeah, because if I don't, then there's going to be people who say it in the chat. And that's worse. So if I say it first, then I get sympathy instead of people laughing at me. Okay. We would never probably. I already saw it starting. Okay. This time it should be. Like, it needs a whole tablespoon. Why does it need a whole tablespoon? Who needs a tablespoon of garbage? Internet seems to agree. Freshly proofed yeast is a way to save dead yeast bread. Well, we'll have to see if I can expedite the buns. Okay. Oh god. Also, the yeast is very attached to my spoon. Are the onions okay? They've been fine. I've had them on, like, I turned the temperature off on them. I'll bring them over. See, there's the onions at least. They're getting ready at least. Oh, and one of my lights just decided it didn't want to. The universe hates me. Why did this light suddenly decide to dim? There's no... It's on a completely different power circuit. Okay. Well, at the very least, I can do the rest of the onions. This light is having a rave. All right, buddy. What is wrong with this light? Oh, it doesn't think it's charging enough. Okay. Hang on, I gotta go get a thing. It needs an actual power brick. Because it's drawing more power than the little USB-C plug is providing. There. That should be fine. Okay, the yeast is bubbling this time. There's got little bubbles this time. It's moving. Okay. So, while that's going, I need to add... I made a much smaller recipe of it, so I need to use half a tablespoon of dark brown sugar and a quarter tablespoon, so like a splash of balsamic, into the thing. If I can find my balsamic. Which I rearranged a bunch of stuff while I was looking for things. Okay. A splash. This stuff. You know what? I'll just add balsamic glaze instead of the brown sugar, because that will probably just be just as tasty, because I can't find the actual balsamic vinegar right now. Okay. And that's already got tons of sugar in it anyways. Okay. So now I need to mix this in and then add... Do they have recipes in metric? This has metric measurements, yes. Whiskey, do not... Britain, I have already had a day. If you interfere with my baking, I shall be cross with you. Okay, he left. Good. Okay. May need like a little extra flour and just need it like before. Okay. Should I just... add this to the dough first? Should I just add all of it? If it's sticky when you add it, definitely will be. This is like a lot of liquid for this. I think I should do it in short batches. Because I feel like if I do it all at once, this is going to be a bit of a problem. Oh yeah, this is definitely going to need. Get it? Need? No, it's going to need more. Thank you. By the way, Nathaniel, for looking up rescue stuff. I was doom posting. This light, it hates me. Light too bright? No, it keeps on. I don't know if you how noticeable it is for you guys, but one of my studio lights just doesn't want to be doing. This is so lovely. I'm glad I'm wearing gloves. God, this is horrible. Because I thought for sure someone had to have tried to fix dead yeast bread before. Probably. It's not that noticeable. So gloopy. It is gloopy. My only concern is that, like, overworking the gluten a little too much from the additional kneading. Because, like... But, oh well. Where's whiskey? It'll probably be dense, yeah. Yeah. Don't think I quite understood how dead the bread though was. I misread this morning while I was trying to prep everything because I was doing 4 things at once and I am dyslexic and I misread and I put the milk that the yeast was proofing in way, 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 way too hot. Should taste fine even if the texture's off. Well, the main thing is I just want to make sure that it actually rises. Oh no. Hi, whiskey. Dyslexia in Fahrenheit. Yep, because they have the temperature in Celsius and Fahrenheit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, he's hitting buttons. See, the other issue is like I'm well on my way to being able to make seitan here. Whiskey, do not lick the yeast water. He's licking the spoon. Oh, lordy. Whee! A little bit more flour. Well, I was worried this would be boring. But instead, we have a disaster recovery event. So that's fun. Okay. Right. Oh my god. Don't want to overknead it. I've mixed in the additional stuff as best as I could manage. And now I need to put my gloves back on. Ah! Okay. How long will it take to cook the bread? Well, we have to have it rise. So we're going to see if the necromancy worked. Where is my backup bowl? I have a spare bowl for my mixer, but I don't. Where did I put it? You know what? I can just put this. This is oven safe. This is oven safe. So we're gonna grease it just a little bit because you're supposed to do that. It is nonstick. I should have grabbed the paper towel before putting the oil in. Okay. Some olive oil. Okay. Pop that there. Grab this paper towel, not towel, paper towel, regular towel. And then we're gonna see if we can rescue this. Okay. The oven's at 170 and there's the transition screen for just a second. No. Okay. Ah, destroy everything. Bread is evil. Okay? $170C is probably not gonna. No, it's 170F. 170F. It's just for proofing the bread. We're not baking that in one thing. That's just a proof. Have the transition screen up for a sec. The more villainous uses lightning. I think you might be hallucinating. Yeah, I did open the door of the oven, so it's not going to be quite that warm either. Do you think I should just turn the oven off and let it do that while it's dissipating? I hate bread. Hate bread. Garbage. Robert, I hate this yeast. I do. It's a disaster. A flour. They're so messy. This is why I have a bread machine. Because the regular making of bread, first of all, it turns into glue. Second of all, when it dries onto the bowl that you're working on or the surface you're working on, I was curious why you didn't use the bread machine this time. Because the recipe in the book is not for a bread machine. Bread machines have different ratios and things. So, oh, nightmare. Yeah, bread machines have a specific. They have different ratios that you have to use, and there's different sizes for them. This recipe is way too large for my bread machine as well. Just add more breadium, pretty much. How many buns you making? Well, this recipe called for 6, but given the additional stuff I had to add to it, probably going to be more than that. How's the burger going? I killed my yeast. Had to we just did a recovery effort, and now we're going to see if it works. Oven off or on for me to cook you guys? You betcha. You betcha. Hoping for the best. Yeah. Hoping. So we'll check in on it in like 20 minutes, I guess. So if it has started rising, if it's gotten bigger, then recovery should be good. Because it's in a warmer setting now. So it should do better. If it does bigger like in like 20 minutes, then yes, the yeast live. Yeah. So we'll have to see. It's bigger than a bread box. Oh, I should show you guys the cookbook Shoto got me for Christmas. So the big issue for our Secret Santa in Japan was that, you can see slightly below your table, you can see a tad of my Crocs. The camera didn't move. The table did. I was kneading. You can see the slightest angle of my black socks and my Crocs. About 5 pixels. Oh no, 5 pixels of Crocs. Thank you for telling me. Scandalous, I know. You can also see how bruised my shins are because I keep being really tired and walking into my couch. Who doesn't own a pair of cooking Crocs? I have 2 pairs of Crocs, okay? I have my indoor Crocs, which are a softer Croc, and then I have my outdoor, just to take the recycling and the garbage out Crocs, which are glitter platform Crocs that are harder rubber. Oh, and you might have also seen some of my terry cloth navy blue shorts for men's youth sizing. 5 pixels of that. Sadly, no. Darn it. They're a Roots brand. Fancy Canadian brand. Yeah, so on the Japan trip, we had individual people that were supposed to be our Secret Santas. And instead of everybody just buying the gift for their Secret Santa buddy, they bought gifts for everyone. So when I was in Japan, I had to get gifts for everyone, like minor gifts for some people, and then the major gift for the person that it was my gift exchange person. And so Shoto had prepped like 3 months before December getting gifts for people. And he asked his community to give recommendations on like the best vegetarian cookbook, like across the board for mine. And then he also got me a Final Fantasy 14 music box. So I got this really, really nice cookbook that has like any cookbook that has the word phytonutrients in it. Did he not? He ignored them. Yeah, he got fancy gift for his Secret Santa, but then he also got like all of the recipes in this look absolutely banger. I'm scared I'd get cooking stains on it. Cooking stains on a cookbook are like battle damage on armor. Everyone ignored the Secret Santa thing. Well, people weren't ignoring it, and then they got there and realized that Shoto had gotten gifts for everybody, and then Michi went and got gifts for everybody, and so then everybody was like, well, getting gifts for everybody. Oh, and then Giri had gotten gifts for everybody. So we had to go and... The oven is off and it's just ambient heat, right? Yep, oven is off and it's open a crack. Yeah, but this looks... Oh, cigars? It tells you how to make cigars. Sign of a good cookbook. Yeah. I like me a good cookbook. And I have... I can get this one out. Let me make sure that this one doesn't dox me. That one docs. See? This is my handwritten one, and it does already have... It has a couple of stains on it. For the docs ones, it's because some of the recipes are family recipes, and I wrote the last name of which family member it was. So I can't... I can't show some of them because of the last names being on there. Yeah, so I have like that one. Pfannkuchen. Protein mac and cheese. Yeah, one DM cookbook. I have to have recipes that aren't taken from other people for that. Most of my recipes that I do, I follow my recipes in my cookbooks. Like the stew that went crazy on Twitter is from this cookbook. Like everything that's in this cookbook is really good. This is the orzo casserole that I made before. So the thing about this one that's really good is that it has like little markers on it that are like kitchen raid. So kitchen raid means that it's pretty much any leftover veg you have in your fridge. How many cookbooks do you have? Um 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. Yeah. I had 44, but I gave one to Dio because it was a cookbook that I had bought that I thought I could use, but then it turned out too many of the recipes required meat. Oh, well, that's one more. 41 is one less. Quite a few more than I would have guessed. Um, a lot of them I haven't made recipes from yet, and some of them are pretty specialized. So, like, that one's specialized. That one's specialized. That one's specialized. That one's specialized. And then I have ones that are for specific. Oh, here's another specialized one. For specific machinery too. So I have one that's for my air fryer, and I have one that's for a slow cooker. I have one that's specifically for tinned fish. I have one for making vegan sushi. Do you sometimes press tofu for extra firm tofu? Oh, I have stuff for making tofu. And GTuber is scary. Sorry. I was checking my thing. But this is like fish sauce caramel. Let me find the one that I want to make. This is an ice cream cookbook. So there's like beer and bar nut ice cream. Douglas fir and pine nut. Hot buttered rum raisin. Ancho chili white Russian. Black truffle and honey, dill pickle and peanut butter. Coffee, tequila, and cigars. Lox bagel ice cream. Fried chicken and waffle ice cream. Mac and cheese ice cream. Thai peanut and fish sauce caramel ice cream. Toasted hay and Saskatoon berry, which does require a handful of alfalfa hay. Caesar sorbet. And then these are how to make all the inclusions. But yeah, I have a bunch of specialized. I also have a book on like fermentation stuff. So for making pickles and hot sauce and other things. That hay's for infusion. And then this is the oh, an old thing. This is a macaron cookbook. So if you've ever seen like those like light green macaron shops, it's Ladre, which is a fairly famous macaron place. And then it came with a poster that tells you all of the macarons that are in the cookbook. But yeah, I have so many cookbooks because I make most of my meals. And sometimes I want to have different stuff. So I have a Korean cookbook, I have a Vietnamese cookbook, I have a Mediterranean cookbook, I've got a Middle Eastern one, I have Chinese takeout cookbook, several Japanese ones. I'm neither fermenting could catch wrong microbes or deep frying. First fry is never good and always smells at home. Oh, I have a mini deep fryer. It holds 4 cups of oil, and it's enough for just making one person batches of fried tofu. So it doesn't smell that bad because it's all contained and everything. That sounds nice. Yeah. And then I've made sauerkraut at home before. Like fermenting, you can definitely get the wrong microbes, but if you have a pretty stable environment that you're making stuff in, it's pretty good. Pretty easy. Hot sauce is pretty easy to make too. Okay. How many minutes has it been? How many minutes do I have? Five more minutes for the bread? Okay. The only thing I know how to ferment is yogurt. Yeah, you can make your own yogurt. Yogurt's pretty easy to make. Ferment honey, that sparks joy. Ember ferments honey. Ember makes mead. It's been 15-ish? Okay. So yeah. Here, we'll put this back so that it looks like I'm doing something. Had to grab something. What I miss? What's the last thing you saw? Recently started pickling ginger for gut health. I just like the ginger lemon juice shots just because I like the taste. Punching bread. Okay. I re-kneaded the dough and added flour till it wasn't sticky again. And then I popped it into a pan, and that is in the oven, which I have turned off after preheating it to 170 Fahrenheit. And we're hoping that I was able to resuscitate the yeast, resuscitate the dough at least a little bit. So we're currently testing to see if it will rise. If it doesn't rise, I will put the stream on BRB for a little bit of time, and I will go and buy buns. What knocked the yeast out? Dyslexia. The groceries. Yeah, that is the last resort. Hopefully I Frankensteined the bread. Hopefully. No, Tran, the oven, I opened it and then I also turned off the oven. But which buns to choose if it comes to that, whatever they have. Whatever they have. Ends up with hot dog buns. They're still buns. That's fine. I finished my coffee can at least. Been 15-ish. When was it 15-ish? Or tortillas. I don't want to do tortilla. I'm not experienced with making tortillas. And double whammy of oops, 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 you know? Oops, oops, oops. Oops, oops, oops. Crying, sobbing, and throwing up. In 2 minutes, it will have been... Whoa. I was watching Code Vein videos. Since watching Flay and Gerard play Code Vein 1, I've been like watching all of the Code Vein 2 character videos, and they released one this morning. So I was just like, oh, I'm gonna check all the, who are these characters? I have not played Code Vein 1. Gerard said that it would be possible for me to beat Code Vein 1 before. You're gonna get Code Vein. We're gonna get Code Vein 2 content? I think so. It sounds like it looks like, hopefully, that they've learned lessons, because I heard the first Code Vein made mistakes. You'd enjoyed, I think, a few Scrungly Boys. I do like Scrungly Boys, and I like fighting stuff. Do like to fight. Would you be doing it solo or co-op? For those of you who have played Code Vein 1, how does the co-op work? Machina did tell me, Flay did tell me that there's 2 zones that kind of suck a lot. The co-op is not smooth. Code Vein 1 doesn't have as much Scrungle, TBH. What do you mean? Doesn't Code Vein 2 come out in 2 weeks? Co-op isn't very smooth, but once in can last until a boss kill. Okay, so it's like Elden Ring? Bread time? Okay, let's check and see. Please. Please. Please be like Easter. Please be like Easter. Oh, it's like Easter. Yes. It's been saved. Necromancy. We have to bless it after what it's been through. All right. That is roughly double the size because with the warmer location. Okay. All right. That means I should be able to get this to work. Okay. Punch down and knead. Prepare a baking sheet by lining it with parchment paper. Okay. Baking sheet. Now punch it for daring to rise. No, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna punch it to get out frustrations and sorrows and upsetty spaghettiness that has happened this morning. That was not even at all, but that's fine. We're at odds with the bread. I gotta... There we go. Oh, it's fine. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. Now we gotta split this into... Nathaniel saved the stream. Yep. Thank you, Nathaniel. You are a hero. What was up with the yeast? I murdered it. I killed it. And then I had a depression parade so that I wouldn't have to read people in the chat being mean. Instead, everybody was very sympathetic instead of being mean. See? Galaxy brain. I think some members of the community were concerned. Tran, the backseating tax does still apply. Okay, so now let rest until doubled in size again. So we're gonna have to manipulate this a little bit because these guys are way too close of friends and they have a bit of a heated rivalry going on. So we might as well go with dice instead. Okay. Put that back in to the nice warm but slowly cooling oven for another 30 minutes. Even during cooking streams, yes. It's pinned at the very top of the chat. The buns are playing hockey. There certainly are some buns playing hockey in heated rivalry. And it happens every time. Yep, it does. Every time people are like, wait, can you backseat cooking? Yes, you can. It's pinned at the top. So Tran, it is a pinned message. You are a regular here. Do you want to take the 1 week? Or are you gonna pay the tax? $7? Yep, $7. Okay, I think... How do you backseat cooking anyway? They were telling me what to do to make the bread into the rounds. Did you know Numi made me watch? Thank you. You are absolved. Numi made me watch a clip from Heated Rivalry just to complain about how perfect one of the guy's butts was. Okay, so we give this another 30 minutes. So at like... At the 120, the 220 mark. Sounds like her. Yep, she's like, DM, look at this. He was training so much during the production, his butt got better with each episode. I heard about that. My tax is paid for that show. Okay, so the actual burger making part, I probably need to wait the 30 minutes. So we have like 30 minutes of downtime. Because while the burger buns are baking, I can make the rest of the Borg. So now we gotta kill time for 30 minutes. So in Hades 2, so about that book, Nick. All the pieces for it will take me 30 minutes to get the Book Nook stuff out here. Hope the bread texture will be okay with the revival. Might be dense. It might be dense. That's okay. As long as it's risen a bit, so it should be okay. I love Prometheus. He's just too cool. I've gotten to the point in Hades 2. I'm not going to say who, so I don't want you to type who. One of the Olympians is being extremely rude every time I gift ambrosia. Like, bruh. One of the Olympians is just like, what's the Book Nook? It's, I have like one of those cherry blossom street view ones. Kratos? No, not Teal'c. $30 Hades 2 speedrun on the Switch Portable. If I wasn't scared of tilting it and showing my face. I did have last night I had a 24-minute run. Definitely could go faster. Like, honestly, if I was better at avoiding getting hit, I could probably take a specific trinket, and that would make things go better too. Sure, your laptop can handle SADI too. It can, but I don't have any of the stuff set up or the capture for it set up. Pull out a deck of cards and play some Klondike. Minesweeper. Just play and make us listen to you appreciating Icarus. Icarus! Sadly, that unpleasant Olympian gives a good boon if I'm not mixing them up. Yep. Thought Klondike was a chalky bar? No, Klondike's also it's a type of solitaire. We talk about that new manhwa you're reading? Yes. So the new manhwa I'm reading is called Miss Pendleton, and it's on Webtoon. And it's about a woman who is near the age of 30 during like Victorianish period. So she's undesirable. And she's known as being a matchmaker for other people in the society. And so she's held in good regard in upper class society, but nobody's interested in her. And there's some evilness in her family line where she, despite being the direct descendant of the Pendleton family, will not be getting any inheritance. So there's no monetary reason or like royalty reason for anybody to be interested in her. But she counters that by being a very smart, kind woman, and she matchmakes a bunch of people. And so one of the days, there's a guy that had just been rejected by this woman he was interested in, and needs a distraction. And so he has a friend who is a lord who's still single. And I think it's his sister-in-law. His sister-in-law is that lord's older sister. And so she has tasked him with making sure that her brother gets married. So Miss Pendleton is like, oh, okay, yeah, like I can help out. And the guy is like, Mr. Fitzgerald is like, I think it's Mr. Fitz something. I don't know if it's Fitzgerald or whatever. But the guy is like, but you can't tell him that you're trying to matchmake him, because I think he'd be really mad at me if he found out that I was in cahoots with his older sister to try to marry him off. And so Miss Pendleton is like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. I can just be like friends with him, and then we'll host social events and he'll be invited along. And then I'll see how he interacts with people and make sure like I put some things into movement. And so the guy, this lord, shows up, and the first time he meets Miss Pendleton, he's like, I'm just going to be brutally honest about things. I don't want to deal with this. I want to go back to my countryside manor. I don't care about getting married, whatever. It's not that he hates the idea of it, but he wants destiny to lead his course, essentially. Okay. And the issue that he has with a lot of the other ladies that people have tried to introduce him to is that he likes to talk about random complicated things. And he wants somebody that can keep up with it. And unfortunately, a lot of the ladies, not so much in that area, because it's like, it's Victorian period. Like usually the husbands and wives don't really talk to each other that much, right? And so he tries to take on Miss Pendleton, but Miss Pendleton is very good with her words and her wit, and she's also very smart and reads him like a book. Reads him like he is speechless, and his buddy is like, he's speechless. He didn't expect her to be able to do this. And so the Lord is like, okay, fine, whatever, Miss Pendleton. We can be friends then. And Miss Pendleton is like, oh, good. And so she invites him to a bunch of social events and teaches him how to dance, because he never knew how to dance, and is trying to like gauge how his interactions are with various women. And there's only one other woman that he seems to be like okay with. She hears that he accepted an invitation to her house. Little does she know, the only reason that he accepted the invitation for that one was because that's the day that Miss Pendleton was going to be busy. So he was like, might as well go to dinner. Like, Miss Pendleton's not available that day. So Miss Pendleton, her maid, realizes that that this lord has fallen for Miss Pendleton, because Miss Pendleton is like, oh no, we're just friends. The maid is like, are you sure? And she's like, no, like he only sees me as a friend. We just have cordial conversation, blah, blah, blah. He's just really nice and honest and he's polite and stuff. And we're friends and he trusts me. And that's why he's going to these events. And the maid is just like, girl, you have no idea how this man looks at you. How are you so blind? But Miss Pendleton is like, okay, I have no dowry. I'm like almost past marriageable age. Miss Pendleton's dream is to become a tutor for Oxford students, save up enough money to buy a cottage where she will live as a spinster for the rest of her days. And so there's this outing that happens. And during the outing, the Lord is like talking about his manor, and they're out near the woods and everything. And Miss Pendleton is like, oh, do these woods remind you of your manor? And he's like, oh yeah, like if you were to come and visit me, you could go out and take a walk and go into the woods and then just enjoy yourself out in nature and bring like snacks with you. And then you could walk back and have nice dinner and spend time in my lovely house. And then blah, blah, blah. And Miss Pendleton is like, oh, I'd love to meet you once you have a nice lady of the house. But then I would be a bit concerned, because if like it would be a bit untoward for you to have like I would love to see the wedding, but it would be a bit untoward for us to remain friends afterwards, because like I would be upset if I was with a guy and he had his best friend was a girl, like, and the Lord is like, if fate takes its course, the only requirement I will have of my wife is that she allows me to maintain friendship with you, and she better appreciate you as much as I appreciate you. I will not marry any woman that doesn't allow you to come into my house. And Miss Pendleton is like, I've got to go. I gotta go. I gotta leave. So she leaves immediately and Dona walls him for like a month. But he gets news that one like the priest of his, because he has like a township and everything because he's a lord, right? So he has people that are under him. And so he has to leave urgently for the funeral and like the prep, and he's got like a bunch of paperwork that's adding up on stuff. He's been in London for 2 months, got to stay on top of things. And so he has been trying to visit her daily and keeps getting turned away. And then finally he has a package and a letter, and he tells the maid, please, I need this to go to Miss Pendleton. And the maid's like, she said nothing. I'll get fired if I bring this in. And he's like, I will give you a job at my manor and I will pay you more money if you get fired. I need you to give this. And the maid's like, no, I don't want to. And then he takes out $200 and puts it on top of the package and goes, I need you to give this to Miss Pendleton. And the maid is like, dang, this guy's pretty dedicated. And she hands the money back to him and she tells him, and she goes, I need you, when you're finished with your business, you need to promise me that you're going to come back to London as soon as you possibly can and continue to go after Miss Pendleton. And the guy's like, okay, bet. And he leaves because he has to go and take care of his lord area and everything. Base maid, the maid is great. Her name's Anne, and it's great. The maid's a supporter. Yep. While he's away taking care of business, Miss Pendleton's uncle, who's the jerk that made sure that she would get 0 inheritance, says, hey, I have a guest who's a British guy, but he's been living in the colonies for the past 30 years. And his wife died 20 years ago. He's visiting. You need to host him. So, Miss Pendleton's like, okay, I'll host this guy so well that there's going to be no issue. My uncle won't say anything about this. This will all be okay, blah, blah, blah. And so the guy comes and he's very jovial. He's an older man, but he's very much enjoying all the dinners and is having fun conversations, and he's been getting along with everybody. And then one of the evenings while Miss Pendleton is playing piano, this older man, he's 24 years older than her, proposes to her. And Miss Pendleton is like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. And the guy's like, no, I understand. Like, I already have kids. My wife passed away like years ago. I would only want your companionship and for you to warm my hearth. I would want nothing further. And Miss Pendleton is like, respectfully, no. And this man does not give up. He doesn't come to the house anymore, but he figures out what her social schedule is and shows up to every single party, every single dinner, every single lunch that she's invited to. Because he's kind of a bigwig. He's made like a decent amount of money over in the colonies. And how much older? 24 years. All of the other like nobles are like, but isn't this like kind of a good thing for Miss Pendleton? Because like, her daddy was a commoner and she doesn't have like an inheritance and she doesn't have any opportunities and she's just going to turn into a spinster. She's like almost 30. Like, isn't this good for her? And so Miss Pendleton has like no defense from this 24-years older than her creepy old guy with a dead wife. No inheritance, no problem, right? And so she's just like trying to figure out what she should do. She has to stop socializing because the guy won't leave her alone. He sends flowers to her house every day. He sends stuff like blah, blah, blah. So in the meantime, Mr. Fitzgerald finds out that this has been happening because he's talking to another noble girl who she's got a bit of a ego, I feel, but she's more sympathetic to Miss Pendleton currently. But the problem is that she likes the Lord guy. But this blonde noble girl is talking to Mr. Fitzgerald and explains about like all the stuff. And it's like, doesn't this kind of suck for Miss Pendleton? Like everybody's saying that it would be good for her, but also behind on the other half of the thing, they're telling their daughters, hey, you need to get married. Otherwise, you're going to end up like Miss Pendleton and get married to this old fart, right? So Mr. Fitzgerald is like, what? What's currently going on? And so he has a telegram get sent to the Lord guy. The Lord guy gets the telegram and immediately leaves for London and shows up at his friend's place without even letting him know he was on the way. And when he comes in, he's like, who is this guy? And he has a pistol and puts it on the table. And he goes, I know it's frowned upon. Duels are still permitted. I'm going to kill this man. And Mr. Fitzgerald is like, I'm pretty sure Miss Pendleton will never speak to you again if you go and murder someone. He's like, it's not murder. It's a duel. It's legal. It's okay. As long as we have witnesses and we have people outside and I make sure to challenge him properly, it's completely legal for a duel to happen. I'm going to beat this old man up. I'm going to shoot him full of bullets. And Mr. Fitzgerald's like, I need you to calm down and think about how this is going to affect Miss Pendleton. And he's like, okay, you're right. And that was where I left off thus far this morning. Is this from a manhwa? Yes, it's from a manhwa. It's called Miss Pendleton, and it's on Webtoon. And I've only been reading the free chapters so far, and so that's currently where things are at in the free chapter stuff. There's some other side story stuff that's been going on that I haven't brought up yet. Read it to us. I can't. It's on my phone, and my phone has notifications. Loads gun. I just want to talk to him. It's like, and especially because this Lord guy is shown as being like so composed. You can't do it on the PC? Not with this setup. 40 episodes so far, nice. Yeah, I think I got to like episode like 15 or something. Sound like a retelling of a book. It's probably the manhwa version of a novel. But it feels very Jane Austen-y to me. Additionally, I can't like read it to you guys on stream because it is copywritten, and anything I show on it, I don't have permission to show. It is very cute. So a light novel? I don't think a light novel. I think it's based on an actual just like a regular novel. Copyright. Yeah, copyright. I do have like some stuff that would probably be copyright free that I can show, but not so much. Thanks for the recommendation. You're welcome. It's really good. Here, you want to see some other recommendations? While I wait for, we have 10 minutes left before the buns should be ready to start baking, and then I can actually like, we can actually get two things. Haha, smile, XD, LOL. I have to grab the books. Grabbed them. I put them on the thing. I grabbed them, I put them on the thing. Okay. I was gonna show you guys a little thing, but then it fell. It's okay. I'll still show it. Ugh. It fell down. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't panic. Okay. Did you break it? No. I have 9 minutes. Okay. Look. Curse you, Bale! Isn't that the cutest thing you've ever seen? Corpse, you have 2 people to kill. Go ahead. And then I also have... Look! This Teolier! We're the second one. There's one person that keeps on being like, no, it sucks. I hate this thing. So it's like... Yeah, that one. Thank you. Here, I got him. And then when I was in Hokkaido in Sapporo Station, there was the creator of Dungeon Meshi, Ryoko Kui. A Ryoko Kui, no, Kyoko Rui. See, dyslexia. Anyways, no, not there. Not there. They were not there. It was a gallery. It was a thing. But this is what I bought there. Oh, I would have freaked out too. Also, thanks for the Prime. So this is... This... I have some, but this is the... It's called Daydream Hour. Daydream Hour. And it is a Rakugaki book. So Rakugaki is doodles. Scribbles. And it's got some comics in the back. And some of their other characters. But it's super cute. And it's just like a nice selection of drawings. So I bought this because all the other stuff, I didn't quite like it as much. And then this is the gift that I got. One of the gifts I got from Numi. Is that where RKGK comes from? Yep, Rakugaki. So this is a concept art book by one of the artists that works with FromSoft for a lot of things. Which is pretty neat to look through lots of landscapes stuff. And some other design stuff. So this is for something called Legend of the Cryptids. Here we go. That should be more familiar. That should be more familiar. So, neat stuff. So that was from this person. This artist is mutuals with me on Twitter. I was like, what the? Yeah. Bloodborne. It's really neat looking at the concept art. That's where you fight the lady, the bird lady. I have so many art books. Speaking of art books, how about another one? So this is the one that I just bought last weekend. So this one is a selection of illustrations and short comics that are themed around rooms. So you have the comic at the start. Well, this is the one with the cat that knocks over the laundry when she comes out of the bathroom. And she goes to work, and then the cat goes right back to the laundry basket after she puts it all away. And then that shows her room. And the room layout is in the corner here. And then what she does at nighttime. Then this one, I was like, oh my God, this is literally just me. So relaxing, reading a book. And then sees recipe, makes recipe. I was like, oh yeah, that's me. That's me right there. And then showing the coffee tools and the layout of the home again. And furniture. So each one has like a little story and then shows what the house looks like. And then has a floor plan written in the corner for it. It's cute. They're interesting. Almost time for bread. Yep, 2 minutes. And it's called Rooms by Umishima Senbon. There's 2 minutes, Pro Man. Still 2 minutes. And then this is the other thing. If you want a recommendation, smoking behind the supermarket with you. 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 The anime's coming out this year. Did you see the new trailer? I did. Would you like to know the story synopsis for this? Okay. So, this guy is a salaryman. All right. In typical salaryman fashion, his job sucks. And one of the things that he does to improve his mood after he's done with work and he's on his way home is he goes to the supermarket to buy some stuff and get his cigarettes. And there is a cashier that he likes to buy his groceries from because she smiles at him and then he feels better, and that's all he wants in life. He's just like, I'm gonna go to the grocery store, gonna go see my Oshi, gonna get my groceries, and then go home, and then I'll be motivated to go back to work the next day. So one of the days, at the very start of this one, he goes to the grocery store. His Oshi is not there. It's one of the other kindly store clerks, but that's not his Oshi. So he's just like, oh, okay, well, time for nicotine then, I guess. If my Oshi's not there to smile at me, at the very least, I have cigarettes. And goes to try to find a place to smoke. Because in Japan, post Tokyo Olympics, like during the prep for Tokyo Olympics, they banned a lot of outdoor smoking areas. So it's a lot harder for smokers to smoke wherever they want. And so he's just like, oh, shoot, I want to smoke, but I don't know where the smoking area is here. Like, I haven't smoked out here before. And then this baddie is like, here, this is the employee smoking area. You can smoke here with me. And he's like, oh, this girl's kind of scary, but nicotine. So he starts smoking behind the grocery store with this girl. He doesn't know that this is the same person. And she's just nice and polite at work. because she's supposed to be nice and polite at work. Therein lies the conundrum, because she knows it's him. And she knows that he doesn't know. So this one's really good. He's bad at recognizing faces, apparently. Yep. Well, she has her hair, like, completely different, too. Like, eyebrows do a lot. But it's so good. She plays on the fact he doesn't know as well. Oh, she messes with him. She messes with him. It's very cute. It is age gap, but it's... I don't even know if they're going to end up together at all. Like, part of the conundrum the girl is having is like, do you actually like this guy, or do you only like him because he's, like, working and stable and isn't mean to you? What's the age gap? I think it's like 15 years or something. She's early 20s. There are other love interests, yeah. But they do go into things with that, right? It is very wholesome, yeah. Oh, whiskey! Whiskey was underfoot! Okay. Let's see how these buns are doing. Huzzah! They are... I feel like there might be slight spacing issues. But if they crowd each other, that's okay. We're all cozy buddies here at the bakery. All of them are going into the Inferno together. Okay. All right. 375. Yeah. The buns, yeah, they enjoy company. Yeah, 375. So the oven is preheating. Once it makes the preheat beep, I will do the egg wash, and then they will start to bake, which means I'm just going to write it down so I don't have to flip back to this. There. Perfect. Safe. So that means I can go back to the actual burgers. We might actually manage to make Archon burgers. Paper flavors? Yeah, it's clean. It's from a fresh one. There you go. See? For all y'all that are like, ooh, handwriting. There you go. That's how it usually looks if I'm trying to write stuff fast. Wash your eggs. No. Okay. So, Archon sauce. We have to make the Archon sauce. Anyone ever tell you that your G's look like 8s? Yeah. But my 8s look different. How to make Archon sauce. I'm so glad you've asked. And it can last in the fridge for 2 weeks. Let's see. 1/4 cup, 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons, 2 teaspoon. Okay. which means I can make it in this little case instead. Whiskey is lying on the floor in the most terrible location possible. Mayonnaise, ketchup, tonkatsu. Mayonnaise, ketchup, tonkatsu. Mustard and garlic powder. I do not need any Worcestershire sauce. And then it says to whisk, but I don't really want to whisk it. Get it, guys? You get it? Don't want to whisk it. Yes. Okay. Good. Could be a whiskey maneuver. It could be. By the way, if you didn't realize this, you can totally just take. Oh, good. It's not expired. You can totally just take the cap off, and that's how you get the star-shaped mayonnaise. If you didn't realize that, because most of the time people just pop the cap open and it has like the thinner one. So it needs a 1/4 cup, which is about that much. About that much? About that much. I managed to eyeball 2/3 cups of water. I think I'm pretty good at it. Thanks for reminding me to go buy Kewpie. Go get Kewpie! What brand of mayo would you recommend? Honestly, if it's going to be going like cold on top of things, I do like Kewpie a lot. And then 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. Otherwise, I'd lose my certification. That's crazy. Wish there was an easier way to get the last of the Kewpie mayo out. You can't just like cut it open. How do you ask for no mayo in China? Buhao. One, 2. And then 2 tablespoons. Everything's 2 tablespoons. 1. I was watching a lady make mustard on TikTok. And then we need 2 teaspoons. Come on. There we go. 2 teaspoons of this, but this is garlic powder. It's the world's most versatile spice. It says so right on the container. It's the pride of I don't know where that is. Looks good enough. And then this stuff is also really, really good with fries. Would make great fry dip. Yep, I will use it with my fries. That's pretty good. We'll just let this sit for a moment. Now the burger itself. The Borg. The burger. Whiskey, you are right in like the worst place possible. Buddy. Buddy, are you aware of this? Sir, are you aware of the fact that you are a cat? Okay, we're gonna see how this goes. I have never made burger patties before. As I am pescatarian, they don't really come up that often. Most of the time I just buy them and they are pre-made. So we're going to see if how this goes. Surely can't be worse than the bread. And the remnants of tomatoes. I did make the pangjong for the bread earlier today in this pan, so I'm just gonna get the remnants of the pangjong out of here. Perfect. And you take ground hamburger and mold it in roughly burger shape. What the? Roughly burger shape? What's a roughly burger? I have a thing that is the right shape for this, but it's extremely reflective. So I feel like maybe I should not use the extremely reflective thing for my burger patties. I will just shape them with my hands into rounds. Come on. There we go. Beep, beep. All right. Okay. Split the ground beef into 4 equal portions. Each should be about 8 ounces. Shape each into a burger patty, making sure that they're about 10% wider than the buns. Wider. Oh, they shrink when they cook. Okay. And then I'm gonna warn you to read the pinned message and also wait for me to finish reading the recipe because the next line says, press your thumb in the center and make a slight indentation. Be careful. You don't want to be the redundancy chat member. Whiter than the buns? Wait a minute. I think I definitely have more pinky undertone. The buns definitely, I'm more pink. But I'm pretty sure as far as lightness goes, that's about the same. Snowfire. You can either gift memberships or you can get timed out or removed from the channel. Okay, so. Oh, egg wash. Egg wash. Not the lightest I've seen. I can really easily make it look lighter, Corin. You do realize that I have the video set up a certain way. Surprisingly more backseater than the first day at Undertale, for real. Sorry alone doesn't cut it. It's pinned up at the top. Okay. egg wash. I sure hope it does. Egg. And then egg white and 2 tablespoons of water. And then thank you. Most of the stuff was going to the YouTube chatter. But yes, be careful. Should we use the new PSA or is the new one? It's too Undertale specific. I'm paying my taxes. Thank you. Oh god. It's escaping onto the table. Oh, the huge manatee. Oh, that was almost bad. That was almost bad. That yolk. This is my last egg, by the way. And that yolk broke. And I caught it before it got into the whites. Whew. Whew. Nothing to yoke about. For real. Pass the reaction check. Yep. Can you believe cooking has more backseating than Undertale? God, I made a mess of the egg whites. That's crazy. Don't fall. Any cat fur on this? No? Good. Just glad we saved the bread. Oh, thank Nathaniel. You are a hero. If anyone ever tells you you're not a hero, there's penalty for backseating. Cass, there's a penalty for backseating here, too. It's the same as backseating a video game. We even have the message pinned up at the top. Okay, so what I'm currently doing is making a mess, but that's okay because the bread has been saved. I gotta wipe that up before I move this. Otherwise, I'm going to have egg whites on the bottom of my baking pan, and that's going to go in the oven, and then we're going to have egg white omelet underneath the baking pan. Which, I don't know. There's the chance of some kind of fancy restaurant doing that in the future, but we're just going to move the Kiara there, and then I'll put it back. There we go. So we can egg wash. Wow. How often do you wash your eggs? Every day? You're not supposed to wash your eggs. It's bad for them. Question. Where do you store your eggs after you get them from the grocery store? Not a trick question. I'm just asking. Make burgers, they don't do it and wonder why they have burger spheres? Oh, I understand. Still does not absolve you. Cupboard because I'm not American. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Okay, so now these go into the oven. You oven the cold buns and out the hot buns. Okay, so that's about 20 minutes for that, which means it's time to get this burg on the burg. So it wants these to be 227 grams. I'm just going to make one individual burger bun. Not bun. I'm making a bunch of buns, but you can freeze buns. I'm making one individual burger patty. Whiskey, how are you falling asleep? Literally lying on the floor. Okay. So at like the 3-hour mark, that's when those will be ready. So this is veggie ground. Well, it's made out of water, soy protein concentrate, natural flavors, dehydrated vegetables, part 2. So this is what a lot of veggie recipes substitute in. There are different recipes for making different types of veggie ground, but usually they're using soy protein and then other flavors. Love me some tofu, but with a fancy name. It's not tofu. So soy protein requires a different way to get that gram. Okay. So this needs 227 gram. Ooh, good thing I did that over that. Okay. C5. This is going to be a huge patty. God, I know in the cutscene, Grahatia is like, it's the size of his head. Is this the same brick you got for the buns? What? It's a little crumbly? That's fine. It's also really cold right now because it's in the fridge. Oh, the boots. As long as it sticks together. It'll stick together. When it warms up, it sticks a bit better. Okay. That's 226. This is a mess. Put the mess over there. Okay. Make sure that they're like... I'm going to be using them within a week. I leave them on the counter. That's... Oh, for the eggs, yeah. It is a bit crumbly. I feel like I need to add some kind of a binding agent. I could probably put the egg... I could probably put the egg yolk in. That would probably help. Because normally you have to add like something else to the... Oh, the egg yolk has been compromised. Uh-oh. Let's see. Time to ask my phone. After I dry my hands. Whiskey is asleep in the middle of the floor. Compromised, yeah. I put the egg yolk into a bowl, but the egg yolk turned sideways and the bowl wasn't all the way ready, I would say, for stuff. Anyways, let's see. Veggie ground. Burger. These veggie patties won't fall apart on the grill. Okay. Okay. No, that's asking you to use the Gusta burger. I'm trying to look up. Okay. Stop putting. I don't want that. Thank you. Trying to figure out the best way to make sure that this stays together. Because it's gonna be crumbly. This one just, okay, binder. There it is. They chose to use egg for theirs. I do have my egg white water. I can probably just do this instead. I can probably just add this and then cook out the moisture. Why not? Why not? This is fine. And then I'll add a little bit more oil to it as well, because it said to use something a little bit more fatty. So I'm just going to add like a little bit of oil to that. Home post where person asked how to make his cheese stop sliding off his pizza, and he got the answer to use food safe glue. Yep, they do make, there is meat glue as well. This is huge. 8-ounce burger patties. Is that not a lot? Meat glue? Is that also made with horse? I don't know. Meat glue is actually a thing though. 8 ounces, half a pound, no? Yeah, it just seems like a lot. It seems like a lot. Typical patties are like 4 ounces. This will be a big borg. A lot of borg. Might shrink when it cooks. I don't know. We'll see. This definitely looks like it's sticking together better though. Huzzah! Okay. So, make circle, season with chili powder and salt. It says to use Kashmiri chili powder, but I have chipotle. So I want to do chipotle instead. And I need to make it into a shape. Do I not have the plastic wrap? Do I only have present seal? I feel like present seal is a little bit too much. Too much for that. What kind of person doesn't have plastic wrap? What the? What the? Mods, can you report this girldm person? She doesn't have any normal plastic wrap in her home. Present seal? Do I really only have present seal? No plastic wrap. I have present seal, which is it's good, but I don't know if it'll work as well as I want it to for like forming this into the thing because I don't want to use my hands. I probably should use my hands, but it's gonna be messy if I use my. Just use my. Okay, I've made like a small indentation in the middle. You do a cat head shape? No, not with this. Too much stress. It's not going to stick together. Cat burgers would be cute. Not today. Oh, Big Berg? Very Big Berg. Okay. Dinkelberg. This is where I would put my burger if I had one. Okay, so I guess we'll put it on barbecue. This is close enough to barbecue, right? I fear that this might fall apart, but seasoned side down. Okay. But how do we make an indent? Hopefully this will stay together. Hopefully. 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 I almost just bought Impossible Patties to like as a backup. Season side down. Yeah, it says place one of the burger patties season side down into the pan and lightly press it down to make sure all parts of the bottom are touching the pan. But I made the thing. So you can season the other side. Well, yeah. Good news is we do have a redemption arc. Because I do need to melt cheese on top of this. And the cheese will help keep this together. Does the recipe get you to add a binder? No, the recipe just says to use a higher fat content ground beef. Because this is this guy looking a little bit loose. Well, hopefully, this might be a disaster. This may be a disaster. This is actually a disaster. It's cracking under the pressure. Oh no. Oh no, this burger patty might not be. It might not survive, actually. This is fine. It can be a sloppy Joe. Should have had that pan real high. Stumpy night. Would you like... Stumpy night, are you aware of what you've just done? So I have a no backseating policy in the stream. Across the board. It is 35 USD for the tax. They've been following for 23 minutes. Okay. There's a pinned message at the top about backseating rules. There's stuff in the text, the chat box about backseating rules. Do not backseat. Also, this pan is at medium-high heat. This is an induction burner. Now, you might not realize that because you've only been here for 23 minutes. Induction heats up very, very quickly. The temperature of the pan was 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's also not real meat. Okay. God, can you imagine? Like, the number of people. There is more backseating. There is more backseating for regular cooking. For Undertale. Like, you insufferable. Sorry, didn't think that was backseating. I apologize. Giving unsolicited advice is backseating. That's what that is. Unsolicited advice. It looks good. I don't have faith in this because I used a veggie ground. I should have just gotten impossible patties and just combined two of them. I should have just done that. Ah! Okay. Time to check on the buns though. How do I make sure they're cooked in the middle of the buns? How do I know? Guys. Actual question. How do I know my buns are bunned? Toothpick? Toothpick. Do I have toothpicks? Oh, I found a random chatter's arm. That should work. Okay, it's clean. Okay. Whose arm was that? I don't know. Find who screamed. Time to do something dangerous. No, Nathaniel, you were okay because I was actually asking on that. I need a bigger plate for this. Okay. That's not... That plate's too small. Aha! Oh, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for her. That's crumbly. That's turbo crumbly. We're gonna have to use... We're gonna have to use the cheese to hold it together. I think the heat didn't go through. No. No, it's not even the heat, guys. It's the veggie ground. It's just because it's veggie ground. Need another way to flip this over to the other way. Okay, so if we put this onto that. Ow. It's hot! Don't worry. I have a plan. I have a plan. Does it have to get to 160F on the inside like a normal burger? No. It's veggie ground. I could eat it raw and it would be fine. Okay. We are going to use cheese. What's a vegetarian binding agent? Eggs are vegetarian. Eggs are vegetarian. Yeah. That's a vegetarian binding agent. Is eggs. Okay, so now I'm gonna make a foil hat for it because this pan does not actually have a lid. If I would have, I haven't used this veggie ground before. If I would have used it before, I would have known that it was fairly crumbly. So what the plan is, what I would have done is I could have made a flax egg. But I didn't have that set up. But that's okay. I will be able to get the burger onto one of the buns. A flax egg? Yes, a flax egg. You can bloom flax with water, and that makes it so that it's why is it called veggie ground if it's on a pan? Some of it's on the ground, not gonna lie. Yeah, eggs would... I did add egg white. If I would have had aquafaba, I could have added some more of that as well. But I think the other problem is that this is just a really, really dry ground. Compared to other veggie grounds I've had before, because I've used the Impossible veggie ground before, and that's a lot less crumbly. And because of the way that this one was packaged, it didn't look like it was going to be that crumbly. Like in the package, it was all quite pressed well together. So, yeah. Unfortunate. Yep. It's... It would be like, what's a really lean ground meat? That's pretty much what this one is like. It's like a very lean one. A lot of the veggie ground has additional like vegetable fats added back into it. Turkey. Yeah, it would be like turkey ground. Anything that doesn't have a lot of fat to it, so it's really crumbly. That's what this one's really similar to. But unfortunately, that's only something you can discover after you've used it. Unlucky. Unlucky, but it's okay. I have applied cheese. And the cheese holds it together. See? I'm gonna add another slice of cheese. I'm gonna add, it says only 2 slices of cheese, but Grahatia deserves more. And also I'm kind of concerned about this not binding all the way, so I'm going to add more to cover up some of the things that are having issues. Yeah. The best thing about the veggie ground though, I don't really have to worry about the temperature. I know people are like, oh, the egg whites though. I'll be fine. Most of the time you get food poisoning from dough from the flour. Salmonella. I sure hope it does. All right. So and that thick burger doesn't need to be monitored as much for internal temp. Yep. A lot of raw yolk for a lot of dishes. Yeah. Okay. If they want me to put the burger patty onto a wire rack, don't got any of that. Instead, I need to start gathering items for assembly. So we have our Grahatia plate, which I'll put off to the side here. And I got to slice up Gotta slice my tomat. And if you would like a life hack, for salad, burger, you know, words, things go together. You can just buy a bag of salad. So I have a 50% off Caesar kit. So that'll be for my lettuce. And then the rest can be made into a Caesar. And I gotta put away the rest of the, there's the glad. Gotta put away the rest of the tomat. Don't want the tomat to dry out and be depressed tomat. That would be bad. Oh, pickles. The pickles! Almost forgot. Pickle spears. Oh, the onion jam. That looks like tar. It's not. It's onion jam. Okay, this is gonna be a Herculean feat. So, which one of these are? Which one's the whitest? Okay, that one's a little bigger. That one's the biggest. Okay. The bread did not rise as much as it probably could have, but it looks close still. And I'm committing a sin. You shouldn't cut the buns. You shouldn't cut bread while it's still warm. But I'm gonna, because I don't want everything else to get cold while I'm in the middle of this. And hopefully this is baked all the way through. It would be really funny if it wasn't. And here's the bread knife that Lazy bullied me into buying. Because he was like, "You don't have a broodmesser? Was ist los mit dir?" Oh, good. They're baked. All right, so for this one, they have the pickles on the bottom. Barely heard it. Still heard enough. Okay, not bad considering the trials and tribulations we've been through today. Yes. Okay, so we have this bun. We'd have the pickle in the fridge. Ein Deutscher braucht sein Brotmesser. Entschuldigung, Prinzessin. All right, so part of this is perspective, but also it's a big board. Oh lordy. Oh no, it's breaking. Okay, we have to. It's okay. We'll hide it away. Nobody will know. They won't see that part. Oh god. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. As long as I assemble the rest of this quickly. Okay. There's the jam. The onion jam. This is like a cake. Oh lord. It's huge. Let me put. Okay. We're just gonna put the one tomato on it for now, and then after I get the nice picture for it, the meat is falling down, and so are your eyeballs, and nobody's making comments about those. Better shove them back in your head. Done, it's back in my head. Oh, Polyphemus. I should have known based off of your tone. Ah! Just want a nice picture. I just want a nice picture. Let me have a nice picture before you all fall to pieces. Okay. I can't open this because of... I have... My gloves are greasy. Okay. Got it. All right. Boy, oh boy. Working 9 to 5. Na 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 na. Okay. Oh, lordy. Okay, we're just gonna push the bad around the back. Like that episode of The Simpsons when Homer uses the fat clip. Take a picture. I'm going. Okay. It's a big burger. All right. Picture's been taken. I can now ruin this, which is fine. Just for context. That's how big the burger is. Like, my hand only fits over the bun. It's Can you hold it? I can. It is. It's relatively stable. Only just. It is game accurate. But for DM accuracy, baby gotta be dripping with sauce. I was gonna make fries, but I don't think I can finish the burger, let alone have a bunch of fries. There we go. All right. Itadakimasu. It's just like the cutscene. I know why Graha does that with his head now. He literally has to attack the burger. Okay, I only got a little bit of the bun. Why not the sauce on the top and bottom? So, Chris, do you want me to try? How am I going to get the sauce on the bottom of this burger? Did you see how much this falls apart? I can only get the bottom of the burger. Okay, I got some tomato. Have you even tasted the sauce yet? A little bit. It is yummy. It isn't falling to pieces. It's huge. Like, if I were to make this again, I would not use the veggie ground brand that I use. The sauce dropping down on the plate. Oh, it's bad. I've been shot. Ah. I got the entire slice of pickle with that. Yeah, it's good that I put extra sauce on the top of the burger. Only one pickle slice? Well, there's only one left in here. I have the long, like, sandwich ones. The onion jam is really good. It was tangy dill. How's the burger? I feel like if I were going to make this, the patty would be a bit different, but the bread's good. You're going to eat the other tomato slice by itself? Yes. Do it. My hands are currently benutzt. Did the ordeal add to the experience? A little bit. No, Banana Man, this was not Archon loaf. These are last stand rye buns. Like when DM speaks in German. Yeah, my hands are benutzt. Would an egg help with the holding the patty together, or do you have another suggestion? If you follow the recipe just like normal and you're a meat eater, you'll be completely fine. The issue with the ground here is that there's different types of veggie ground. This one's not one that's very conducive to making burger patties. All right, I'm gonna. There. I'm gonna put that down for now. Um, uh, what have I done? I blacked out. Yeah, burger. Anyways, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put this off to the side. I'm gonna eat the rest of it. It's been really dry recently, and last night I sneezed and I split my lip a little bit, so I don't want to keep eating the burger style. I would like to eat it like a refined being with a fork and a knife. But I can do that off stream. I don't want to split my lip further because I felt like some of the vinegar from the sauce on my lip, and I was like, oh, that burns a little bit. We're not going to do that. I will show you how the buns turned out though, because I just realized I think I was Band-Aid. Yeah, let me put a Band-Aid on my lips, and also we can have cat time. I didn't show you guys how the buns turned out. Here's the buns. Yeah. And the buns should store well, so I can just get my regular burger patties. Refreshing. Are cat ear buns unrealistic? They are possible. Add sauce to tomato? It doesn't need it. It's flavorful. Would you say a veggie burger is a salad? You put bread in your salad? I mean, if I made it a lettuce wrap, it would be more salad-like, but then a regular burger would be a croutons. If you have that many croutons, if you have that much of a lettuce to crouton ratio, you might have a problem. Moving the stuff off the table so that we can have the cat. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Oh, yeah, yeah. I will eat the rest of this with a knife and a fork. Because boy, oh boy, is that an endeavor in food. Oh my God, that's a lot of burger. If somebody gave me one of those, a burger that size, I would fold in upon myself infinite numbers of times until I created a black hole. You know? There we go. You can do that? Yeah. If someone gave me a burger of that size, it would be a reasonably sized meal. Yes. And now I have so many dishes to do. Wow. Thanks, girldm. You filled both sinks. Truly a feat. Well, there, my light sensor didn't want to go. How could girldm do that to you? That dastardly villain. I know. She's such a villainess. So sorry to hear that someone came into your house and dirtied up all your dishes. That's really unfortunate. Yeah, the price for cooking is so steep. So steep. Uphill both ways. In the snow. There we go. Okay. Whiskey. 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 I know how to get him. Aha. Aha, you foolish feline. Oh. Oh, he's a vicious killer. Okay. I know what you want. You glutton. There you go. Did Whiskey already shred all the toy mice I gifted him? No. He has 2 of them in the hallway. The rest of them made it under the couch. And then Dio helped me lift my couch, so now I have all of his cat toys back out again. But those mice that you got him, he can't I can't put them on the string and chase them. So. Come on, buddy. It's right up here. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. What's the snack you're giving to him? It is tuna in jelly. Come on. Wanna come back up? There we go. He's step. It's up here. It's up here, bud. No? You change your mind? Oh, oh, there we go. Change your mind? He step. There you go. I think he doesn't like the tuna jelly as much as the other one I have for him, which has goat milk in it. Being a little camera shy today? Yeah, he a little camera shy today. Do you not want the jelly? Do you not want the jelly? Do you want the anchovy one? Do you like this one more? It's not on my glove. There we go. Okay, yeah, he likes this one more. This one's tuna with small anchovies and goat milk puree. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I think you're a little too close, buddy. Let's see, if I put it here, he should paw at it. Look at him. What brand are those? These are Fussy Cat. Yeah, Fussy Cat. Yeah, he likes this one a lot. The tuna jelly one only. look at the two paws. He's got both of his paws up. Both of his paws up. Oh, your greed. Your greed, it sickens me. Oh, he's sick in the head. The difference between the two, yep. Oh, he love. He love. Okay. Can you release me? You want to release me, beast? Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah, so creamy, so tasty. Even the fussiest of cats can't resist. You see his little paw, bap, 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 mother, bap, 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 mother. Okay, we're gonna do this now. I want you to be. Yeah, he. Good boy. Good boy. This is Whiskey. He's a 3-year-old. Buddy. Whiskey. Whiskey. It's not, there's more. Yeah, come back. There's more. Why are you camera shy today? Oh, oh no. He's 3 already? I think he's 3 this year. Come here. You wanna be off camera? Honey, I'm monetizing you for views. There you go. I think he also woke up from a nap. Ugh. This is Whiskey. He's a Siberian forest cat. His birthday, April 4th. He doesn't mind you touching his belly. I can also touch his paws. And he's okay with it. Can also get the back peats. They're the toe beans. Yeah, he doesn't mind. Where are you looking, baby? Hi. What's that? Oh my god, do you see? What is that? Oh my god, what was that? What was that? He's so majestic. Oh, it was Joel. That's who Whiskey saw. He saw Joel. Yeah. Hello, Joel. Hello. Hello, Joel. Joel, you have to meet him. He's a chill little guy. Oh, attack mode. Cat massage. Cat massage. Oh, is he gonna attack? Oh, is it violence mode? Find instant pock in it? I've been brushing him recently, so actually the fur is not as bad as normal. He does have Grinch feet. But as you can see, he's an extremely chill cat. He gets fluffier? Oh, yeah. You doing good there, bud? No, he doesn't want to play right now. He'll usually play that way. Uh, he'll attack my hand. Oh, thanks for the gifted. Oh my god, hype train. He looks so smiley. Yeah, he's very chill. He's a very good cat. He's a good bean. I do smoosh my face into him. And also, he's chill enough that he lets me, like, check his teeth. Like, as well, as you can see. He's not squirming or trying to leave. He just he's a good baby. I worked very hard on him. I worked very hard for him to know that I'm a safe, trustworthy person. Because I want him to I have anxiety. I don't want my cat to. Yeah, he came out of the oven very nicely. We didn't have to add more to him. In fact, he did have a little bit of yeast. Oh no, he's bald. Oh, oh no. Whiskey. Oh, where did his ears go? Oh, he's bald now. Oh, wait. There they are. You got cookies. Now he's a bunny rabbit. Does he get 2 a.m. zoomies? Sometimes. Yes, sir. And what are we doing for you today? Just the massage? Okay. Did you want to add aromatherapy to that today, sir? No? Okay. How do you feel about getting a manicure and a pedicure? A podicure, if you will? No, just the massage today? Okay. Okay. Goodbye. Another happy customer. Yeah, see, not as bad as normal. Usually he has fluff on the table and fluff on my hands. Yes, he does get poop zoomies, like really bad poop zoomies. There he goes. Yeah, part of the reason why I do have decent trust with him is that when he's done, I let him go. He just gets to leave. That is something that's really important. Like, I do bribe him with tricks, so he'll put up with stuff longer and longer because, well, with not tricks, but snackies and little things. Does he have a favorite type of toy? Oh, the one that was on the screen initially. Yeah, I do bribe him, but he knows that if he starts to get up, like that's one of the rules I have from my friends. It's like you can pick him up. That's completely fine. If he starts to squirm, let him go. Uh, as long as he's free to go whenever he wants to leave, then he is fine with being held. I can hold him upside down. There's been a couple times that friends come over. I'm like, look, meet my cat, and I'm holding him upside down so his butt's up where his head should be. How goes the cooking, DM? I made the burger. It's not very picturesque anymore. I ate some of it. I'm gonna eat the rest of it off stream because I do need a knife and fork for it, and it feels a little bit awkward. I got cat fur on my face. Ah! The air's really dry here, so it's staticky. Ah. Okay. Ah. Cold burger is not tasty though. It'll still be decently warm because I'm gonna finish stream up soon. Hope you have fun with whatever you're doing later. A lot of errands. At least 2 hours more. Both my mic and the receiver are on low battery, so. Aha, there we go. Burger. Oh, I could make burger rice. You're ready. You're ready. You're right. You're right. You can also tell I'm tired. I was gonna shower this morning before cooking, and then I was like, actually that's not going to happen because of all the things that I have to take care of here. So, thank you again to Nathaniel. So what's the consensus? When I make a mistake in the game or on stream stuff, should I do the pity party? Or would it be a better idea to not do the pity party? Did the pity party cause you concern? Did it make you feel bad? Blame us? Blame Kai or Corpse? If Kai is here, blame him? Okay. I felt horrible. Hey, other VTubers do that. Like, that's how you get all the interaction. You just do pity posts and stuff. Was a bit concerned, but trusted the process. You haven't trained us for that. Ah. Maybe. I don't watch other VTubers who do that. I did nothing wrong. Okay, next time something goes bad, we're blaming Issa. Hello, Coyote. You genuinely sound disappointed. Oh, I was disappointed, but the thing is when I get disappointed, if I see other people pointing out my disappointment or my mistake, it's worse than me just verbalizing depression. I was confused, to be honest. Didn't take you to be this easily downed. When it comes to cooking stuff, since I do have some pride in my ability to cook, when stuff goes awry, I do feel sad about it, but it feels even worse when it's in front of people. But most of the time, I'm just like, aw, what a messed up day. Yes, Nathaniel is the hero of this stream for saving... You saved it. But did you have fun? I did. Let's see here. Where do I want to send y'all? I know where I'm sending y'all. All right. YouTube is going to Kutan. Who is doing something. And then the Twitch stream is going to a lovely bird. A burp. Buns came out perfect. They were a little bit dense. I feel like they should have been a little bit more lightweight, but given that it's literally necromancy, I don't think I should expect a zombie to be able to like make a medal place in an Olympic race, you know? Ataru? Yes. Yes, indeed. All right, let me get the hammer. Must find it. Man, gonna make it out of a stream, a cooking stream before the microphone cat goes out. It's pretty close to it. It's pretty close to it. No, you've had head pats today? No, because I already took the gloves off. The gloves were a little bit gross. Anyways, every stream there's 100 head pats available. Show up to stream on time to get your head pats in, otherwise you don't. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 38, 39, 44, 45, 46, 47, 6, 7, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 54, 53, 54, 55, 6, 7, 8, 9, 6, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100 head bunks taken care of. For those of you who are new here, if you're still here, I'm girldm. I'm playing Undertale for the first time, so I guess there'll probably be 2 more streams next week to do 1 run through, right? And if you play Final Fantasy 14, next Saturday we are doing Eureka. So, last week Saturday we did Eureka, and I got to level 16 in 5 hours. So, if you haven't done Eureka, next week, you're more than welcome to join us. We'll probably be on Dynamis. No stream tomorrow. It's the police. Yeah, I said I have a strict cutoff for this time, guys. I knew how long it was gonna take for the police to be able to find where I put my next hideout. Like, we gotta get out of here. Anyways, I'm gonna find a new hideout on the weekend. Bye!